Yes.
Would we like to do
So
a big
was-
session summary at all, or?
If anybody would like, I can do sort of a general or just to the very end.
We can do like a round robin where every person does a session summary every week, and we just rotate it.
See if anybody can keep up.
So, is anyone
Okay.
else keeping notes, or is it just me?
I've been taking notes.
There you
I've
go.
I've been
I don't-
taking personal notes. I've been taking session notes.
Okay.
I
but
don't
yeah.
know that your notes are like a part of the game.
Only if you
Um,
want them to be.
Yeah, some people are perfectly fine with remembering stuff. I generally have a pretty good memory, but I will always miss something. So I prefer to take just like bullet point notes just because it helps me remember stuff. But
Emily is the same way.
yeah.
I usually
So-
just keep names.
Yeah, names are always important. Okay, so beginning the session was everybody arriving at the Thistletown Inn. I don't know why I wrote that. Everybody proceeded to either talk or lurk or make a scene. At which point a goblin, who would be later identified as Binkit, walked in very loudly, complaining that nobody had taken up on his bounty. The group followed him as they decided they were going to. He mentioned that his and a number of other shops had been robbed, specifically his with a giant gaping hole in the wall where his safe was, as though it had been ripped out wholesale instead of being opened. Going around, the party went to a information broker, who, in exchange for secrets, reduced the gold cost to nothing. He provided the location of the Haggis brothers, a gang that exists in the abandoned ruins outside of the main town.
Small
Go.
correction, though.
Hmm?
So the brothers run a gang that mostly operates on the Inagosa itself, on the outside of the Vale entirely.
Okay, so they're based in the Vale, but they operate outside.
Well,
No.
not necessarily based in the Vale, but
I think it was
Oh, okay.
they were new blood into the area, wasn't it?
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Oh, so if we're tracking them down, we are no longer sort of safe in the confines of the Vale.
We're
Or
still
Vale
in
Free.
the Vale.
For now.
Like,
Okay.
think of it like the Undercity. They caused enough of a problem in the Upper City that they had to leave or relocate or whatever, or
Gotcha.
Or
whatever.
just
But
seen an
now they're in the
opportunity in the city.
yeah. They're
Oh,
just
sorry, I misunderstood. You were saying that they were a gang outside. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay.
yeah. So we found their location, following them through a number of destroyed buildings, eventually being ambushed. One of the fleeing members was shot, and his leg was promptly removed by said bullet. Interrogating him, he revealed the location of their base, that there were a number of individuals, including an ogre, in the employ, and then we let him go after providing him a, pseudo peg leg. Yeah, so that's a very general overview of the session.
Oh, I'd
Did I
say
miss
that.
anything important?
Nope, that's a pretty good overview. Yeah, that's
Oh.
perfect.
Let's head
That
in
was
this
only one
direction
page.
then.
All right, so
Oh, we know that we're looking out for an ogre,
Yes.
and that we know one of the names of the brothers.
Yes, and he
Yes.
pointed us at that building over there. So let's head in that direction, see what we can find.
okay, so after that little tussle and going through the illusory wall, you arrive at this corner. From the corner, you can see the building across the intersection, and inside there's shadows flitting back and forth. You can hear the sound of furniture being moved or knocked around, and the pitter patter of little feet, regular sized feet actually. And And yeah, there you go. And then after a few minutes, everything goes quiet.
Well, it sounds like there's people over there. Do you want to announce our presence, or should we try to sneak? Because I'll warn you right now, these heels are not made for sneaking.
Well, we kind of have to figure out, are we going to threaten them for the money back? Or are we going to try and negotiate?
I was gonna hopefully negotiate with them. We can find out where they put this safe and perhaps offer them jobs as guards and avoid the bloodshed.
I think if they wanted to work for the money, they would have done that in the first place.
That doesn't mean we should run in there and kill them all, but
Hmm.
perhaps try to subdue them.
Huh.
I don't know if you've seen with the last guy, but
They were trying to
Not
kill us,
partic-
yes.
well, I don't think my skill set's particularly suited at subduing.
You can't hit people with the flat of your sword?
What sword?
Aren't you the guy with the sword?
Boom weapon, you know.
Oh, you're the
Boomstick.
gunslinger. Sorry, I'm still
Sorry.
learning people's names.
New character who dis.
Do we all just sound the same?
You all sound exactly
Yes.
the same to me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, fiddly do. See,
There.
here I got
Other than the
myself.
Irishman.
It's a pointy stick, yeah. You know.
There we
Oh.
go. Now I can tell the difference.
Well, do you all want to run in guns blazing then, or?
Or gun blazing?
One gun blazing. By the way, that sounds like a band.
That's
Probably is.
Yeah, I'd listen to that.
Oh, so small note. Also, you can sort of see the doors. You can see down the side alley. There is another door leading to a adjacent building.
Okay,
Oh.
so
I don't know
there's
if you-
a building somewhat like in this area, and then a building over here.
Yeah. So that is the door to the main place where people are clearly inside and there's lights on, and
Okay.
there is this alley which is mostly blocked by debris here, and then there is another door there.
Looking higher up in the alley over in this direction, do we see anything that would connect the two buildings?
Well, there's basically an sort of arch, and that the buildings are all kind of connected higher up, and these streets pass underneath most of it. So there is a connection.
Do you want to climb up to the top of the building and get a better look?
Would I know like enough about the Haggis brothers to know whether or not they'd actually like even bother listening to like a negotiation?
Do we know anything about the Haggis brothers? Would be a
That
better
is a good question. Has
like-
anyone heard of them? Does anyone know anything about them?
Rakat would know, and possibly, it's possible any of you would know. So how about everyone roll a knowledge local?
Can you do that untrained?
No.
Oh,
No, you can't.
Never mind then.
All knowledge checks are.
Wow, if only you. Oh, wait, do you have a training in that, or is that
Yes.
20 for a waste?
No, I'm trained.
Well, there you go. All right, so you know everything there is to know, just about. So you would know that there are multiple Haggis brothers, possibly even in the dozens, and that they are all half orc and half something else, but they are not pure-blooded orcs.
So it's more of like a family company.
Yeah, they're in waste
Wow.
disposal.
Yikes.
But they do have a leader, Mama Haggis,
Mama
who
Haggis.
is often talked about but never seen. And they are super brutal, but each brother has different methods, and they often butt heads, which can be one of the only reasons they don't get major things done more often.
So they just so like the main group of Haggis brothers are this sort of family of half-orcs, but like they did recruit other people sort of as like periphery members.
Yep.
Sort of like
So
an inner circle, outer circle kind of thing.
yeah, the
Okay.
brothers are kind of higher up, and then they have their thugs and hirelings that do their bidding.
Well, I don't know about you, but it seems maybe the hirelings we can convince, but it is unlikely to. Well, the main group is literally a family who seems to follow either their mother or a individual who refers to herself as their mother, and it is unlikely they would betray or change loyalties. They're much like a family. They argue, but
So
not
what you're
enough to the
saying is
point where they'd betray.
these people are not going to be reasonable with us?
The hirelings, maybe. The brothers, no.
Shoot the head off the snake and deal with the body afterwards.
If reason cannot be applied, then unreasonable means must be taken.
It's always possible that if we make a strong enough showing that maybe the hirelings will back off and we simply have to deal with the family.
Indeed.
I think our main worry is the ogre. They're
Leave
not the
that to me.
brightest of
I've dealt with
individuals.
ogres before.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen them. Never fought one myself.
Well, shall we make a move?
There's always that option. So we didn't see anybody on the streets. It's the noises coming from inside the buildings.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Just separately, a thing that might be a little useful is if you crop just slightly outside so we can see the black lines, because otherwise, like for vision, just because I'm sort of assuming there's an end to a hallway or like a door,
Hang on a sec.
but it's a little indistinct. It's just
Is that better?
yes, that's much better. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it just makes it a little more clear, like where the walls are, instead of like maybe it's an alleyway and you can't see that part.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Means must be taken.
Okay, so we're going to be venturing forward.
I guess.
Alright.
Like,
All right, so Rakat, when you approach the building, you hear a voice from inside saying, "Y'all better back off! Don't come in here!"
kind of like gesture to the door.
Don't come in!
Does it sound like a
gesture.
vaguely half-orky voice?
Perhaps vaguely.
Hello?
Just get out of here! Get out of here or I'll fucking gut you like fishes.
Like to see you try.
Now, we're not here to start a fuss.
Hey, antagonize him.
Well, what do you want?
A hello would be nice. Who might you be?
And there's silence from the other side of the door.
We're here for something you took from some of the residents.
And we would like it kindly returned.
Oh, well, you can forget about it.
That's not very nice of you.
Oh, what's not very nice is what's going to happen if we give it back.
We could simply say that it was found, left alone, with no traces of who took it.
So you do know what we're referring to. Well, in that case, we can fully assure you that if you're able to return what we're here to seek for, we will have no more quarrel with you, and neither will our employers.
I don't think it's his employers, our employers he's afraid of. I think it's his own.
Might be.
Well, Emily is assuming good faith here. So if you would be nice enough as to hand over what exactly we're here for, we would be more than happy to be on our way. If not, unreasonable means will be have to taken, which neither you nor I want.
Then, door's unlocked. Come on in.
Are you going to
Is there like-
stab me once I open this door?
Of course not.
Is there like a window, or is this just a brick wall?
You
No,
might be
there's a-
able to find a window somewhere.
But there's none on like ground level to like.
Yeah, no, there's
peek in.
there. You could probably peek in there
Okay.
if you want.
Mortar's probably going to be, probably one hand on his rapier, but it's still sheathed.
Okay.
Probably walk in or at least open the door for everyone else.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
And then you
So,
go, here you go.
Rakat, first of all, roll me a perception check. See how much you see
Sure.
See what you can see. See what you can see.
before you need to roll a reflex.
That's an average roll.
Okay, and then roll me a reflex.
Rakat is the person opening the door?
No, he's looking through the window.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you quickly peek in. You don't get a great view before you have to dodge out of a way of an arrow coming through. But they fire through the window.
Through the glass as well?
Well, there's no glass.
Oh, okay, so
It's
it's
a
just
hole
a...
on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there probably used to be glass, but all the windows are shattered pretty much everywhere.
I'd
So-
say, like, as I duck out of the way, I'll probably like signal over to Morty before he opens the door. Just, no, just get back.
So there's definitely at least 3 people. An archer up on a second level, and there is certainly an ogre.
There is certainly an ogre.
Yeah, by the back wall.
Okay.
We got a bogey.
So I feel like he probably would move. So this is a double door? Sort of
Yep.
like, okay. Would it be possible to sort of get... Did the doors open inward or outward?
Say inward.
Okay. He would probably try and get off to the side of one of the doors and shove it open, but like not.
Not putting himself.
Yeah, not putting
in
himself
the
like
way.
In the
just
door
sort of.
frame.
Yeah, just pushing it with one arm as his back is against the wall.
Okay.
Open, flash, and clear.
Yeah.
So you open the door, and for the moment you just hear some people preparing themselves, shuffling around as positions are taken, but no one does anything yet.
Can Emily prepare to cast a spell before combat starts?
Sure. What's the condition for the spell?
Once I see that ogre.
No. Okay. So if it comes to you,
Oh no, just
Oh.
if I see an ogre and it's in range, I'd like to do something.
well, that might come down to initiative,
Oh, never mind then.
Drawing
depending on how things go. Okay.
Okay. Is everyone ready?
All
I
right.
can't imagine this is going to be particularly bloodless, but who knows?
Not blood.
That
Maybe
was a
they're
bad
bluffing.
decision you guys made shooting at us.
We're all quite familiar with blood, so let's go see some more of it.
If we must.
Would anyone like to give a warning, or are we just going to run in?
I think we just gave a warning and they decided to shoot at us, which is not very nice of them.
Well,
We're
there is.
we're not injured yet, so you're welcome to lay down your weapons before we come in. Still,
If you want,
Why don't you come in and take them from us?
we would be happy to.
My
Alright.
apologies for what I'm about to do.
Roll initiative?
And roll initiative.
Well, whoever steps in first can step in first, but then it's going to be initiative.
Yeah, I feel like unless anybody has a particular objection, Mordred's probably going to unsheath his rapier and proceed to sort of quickly, dash into the room.
Okay, so you may dash in.
Okay. So, should we be rolling initiative at this point? Oh my
Yes,
god.
I would roll initiative now.
Okay.
Oh, we're fucked.
Just
Alrighty.
remember, lads, if you select your
25.
again, just a DM reminder, there is an option to set a turn order thing.
Yeah. Oh, where was that again?
It's on the there we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I?
So you
Is
select one.
this is the same as the old one, right? Is this
Yes.
using the
So
new one?
There's
You
a
can delete
clear.
the people who are off. You can delete the people who are dead now.
Yes.
Okay, and this is using your new rolls.
This, if we selected our token, then yes. And as always, that if you click the whatever token you're assigning to it, then yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
just-
think I deleted one of them. Hang on. Did I?
It's just somewhat useful because if you hover over the turn, then that unit is highlighted in a yellow circle, so it makes it a lot easier to see who's going when.
Okay, so I'm adding turn. It's not rolling yet, but
No, I don't think they have a set stat block, so.
oh right. So then of course it wouldn't.
But you
Like
can
you
just
can add
manually
them and
enter.
just manually, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Can't forget that.
Oh lord, he big.
Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so these are just baseline. So this is an ogre, rather clearly, but everybody else seems to be a half orc.
Nope, there is a mix of humans. There is some half orcs, certainly. They look to be the ones who are in front, more melee. Oh,
Okay. So I have how much? And diagonals are still 5 feet of movement, or no?
Yeah, I guess diagonals can be 5 feet.
Okay.
Don't know if it's taking it into account or what.
If you go into the map layer and hit the gear next to the map, like where you set the size of the map, there's an option to like do different types of diagonals. If you want it the 5th edition way, the Pathfinder way, or if you want like Euclidean geometry.
Yeah.
I thought we'd
Um,
already got over it. Geometry is weird.
Yes.
Hey man,
And it
some
also
people
makes it
like their
really
super
janky.
accurate, janky Euclidean geometry.
Yeah. And this table is upended, so it's sort of like a barricade.
Yeah, it's on its side, and there is someone with a crossbow behind it.
Okay.
So if I do next turn, is it going to go numerically, or is it going to go by?
You have to hit the sort button.
Yes, sort by descending.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm getting
And then
it.
it should just cycle through them once.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm learning. All right. So, Emily.
Alrighty, Emily is going to hear a big commotion going on inside there. Is not going to be hugely happy to be forced to resort to this sort of stuff, but realizes that if she's going to be casting a spell, she might as well make it a big one. So, as a move action, Emily pulls out this like needle that almost looks like an adrenaline injector. She kind of injects it into the side of her neck, and she begins casting a spell. That takes a full round to cast.
All right.
So I can't actually do anything quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick question. For one round, it is at the start of their next turn and not at the end of their current one.
Yeah, it'll pick off at the start of my next turn.
Yes. Okay. Just confirming, because I've had TMs who've had different interpretations of that.
I was planning on running in there and blasting it on my next turn.
Okay.
Good. All right. Rakat.
Yeah.
And
So-
this orange is a window?
As far as I know,
Sorry. Yeah, there's a window there.
Okay, so the orange is a window. Sorry, I just thought that might be useful information.
So as far as I know, I can't fire and use the spell at the same round yet. I think I have to be level 2 for that.
You can do your spell combat, but that's a full round action.
Yeah, which kind of isn't amazing right now. So instead, I'll use the arcane pool to imbue the weapon. So that's +1 enhancement. So it's +1 for that. Then it's -4 because of. Oh wait, no, I don't get the -4 because nobody's engaged in melee.
Do you want to climb into the room, or are you just shooting from the window?
I'd probably just shoot from the window rather than go into the fuckfest that is that room.
Sounds good.
So, say if I fire on this dude, he's not past the range increment, so I don't get the -2.
Yeah, so it should just be base attack plus dex plus the magicness. Unless you have
Yep.
any other bonuses like point blank shot.
Not yet, no, I don't think so. So,
Alright, so then it would just be base attack plus dex plus 1.
so let's see. Once again, ignore the Ray of Frost, even though. If only I did have spell strike.
So that was a natural what? That was a
That was
That was an 18 on the
25.
die.
25 versus touch. Good luck.
yeah.
Again.
You hit him.
What's the
Four.
fire
hit him.
damage from?
The fire damage is from a racial ability, but it's only 1. It's not 2.
Yeah, it should be 1. Okay, so that is a total of 10 damage. Right.
Pretty good.
Sort of
Alright.
slips around, puts his gun through the window, and fires.
Yeah, and so this guy takes the bullet to the stomach, and he doubles over, but he kind of like grits his teeth and stays on his feet. But he's bleeding profusely now, kind of staggering.
I think that's everything I can do, so that'd
Okay,
be neat.
so this guy.
It is. I can only assume that's a magic caster.
You can't just
And taking some cover, hopefully. All right, and then this guy who just nearly got killed is gonna start getting out of here. Oh. Okay, Mordred, you're up.
Okay. So he almost got shot. He's going to rush in. Wait, I can just do this. Okay, to there. And he's going to make a rapier attack.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, well that hits.
and damage is.
That's 11.
I do believe so, yes.
All right. So you dash up to him and with a deft flick of your rapier, deal a deathly blow. Where were you aiming?
Is he wearing like plate armor or a faceplate or what?
He doesn't have a faceplate. He does have a helmet and chainmail though.
He's probably going to, I don't know, aim for like in between the collarbone, cut in, flick out, and then back to sort of a what would you call it? A dueling stance, sort of,
All right.
one arm back, sort of standing sideways.
So he collapses, falls backwards, choking on his own blood, and that guy's done. So far, it's going well.
So far, yeah.
Okay. So the archer behind the overturned table is going to peek out and fire a crossbow bolt at you, Mordred.
Okay.
And what's your AC?
Currently, it is 18.
And it hits
Okay. For
for 6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
That is.
Does Mordred also get the cover from the table? Like, does it work both ways?
Well, the table's. I mean, if you're ducking behind it, it would. But I think you'd have to deliberately do that.
Yeah.
But since he ran in and stabbed a guy,
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't particularly thinking of cover.
Yeah.
okay, so that's his turn. This guy is also going to run over and take a swing. So he's going to swing at you with 2 machetes.
Machetes. Okay.
And the first swing misses by a long shot.
Okay.
And the second one just barely misses.
Okay.
So you deftly dodge that.
Yes. Sort of, I don't know, maybe not parry, but swing in a way that causes him to flinch or hesitate for a moment.
Okay, another archer from the second story is going to fire at you, Mordred.
Okay.
And it's 18, so
Does he seem particularly precise?
he seems very precise right now because he hit you.
Well, he has -4, does he not?
Well, that's yeah. It's
Oh
a case of
yeah, he would
he's
have
in
-4. So yeah, he actually misses. So
You
there
got
you go.
really high
In an
AC for
attempt.
level 1.
Well, it's the case of I have very high dex and my stance gives me bonus damage and a little bit of AC, but I can't use a shield. So
Yeah, so because he's firing into melee, he does miss.
sort of in his attempt to not hit an ally, he causes the shot to go wide.
Yeah. All right, Oliver.
Okay, Oliver can't do very much right now. Because
Run out and
he's
hit a guy.
pretty slow with that armor. So he's gonna reach out and clasp a hand on Emily's shoulder here and cast guidance.
Thanks.
Such power.
I will take
What
my
does this
+1
guidance
saves.
look like?
There's a little +1.
Yes.
I can. Oh, wait. Why did that roll?
Because it counts as a spell, so it
Yeah, you're a
checks for
divine
spell failure.
You're a divine spellcaster, so you can ignore this. You don't need to put in that spell failure stuff.
Yes.
Okay, well, I just want to do that to bring up the text of the spell. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
have
know.
spell failure as a war priest. You can ignore that.
I'm just wondering how I can show you guys the text of it.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom there. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4 move into the room.
Okay, great. Okay, so that guy's dead. The ogre doesn't do anything yet.
The ogre chills.
The ogre chills for this turn. Emily, it's your turn.
Okay, well that kind of sucks to be him, because I am going to follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna follow the priest into the room, and just holding up my hand, you see basically her point one of the fingers towards the big ogre in the back, and she fires what looks to be like a smoke grenade in his general direction.
Is this finger gun or like pointing at you?
Oh, this is totally finger gunning.
Mm.
And immediately as the canister lands, this blast of sleeping gas appears in front of him, and he will have to make a DC 16 will save because I spent an arcane pool point on that.
Oh, all right. Well, from all appearances, he succeeded on the save because he does not fall asleep.
Well, there goes my entire 2 turns.
Hey, I mean, if it worked, it would be rather good.
If it worked being the key thing.
Yes.
I guess. Shit. All right. I can't really. All right. You know what? Sure. I'll make use of this guidance, and I will shoot at the guy who got shot with the gun. I
Okay.
will try my best to make use of this guidance. 14 to hit.
But if you, oh yeah, right, your spell goes off because you charged it last turn. Yeah, okay, so 14 to hit. The guy who's running off, that is not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
Well, that's me useless for this combat.
Yeah, you hit maybe a bit of his armor because it was close, but it kind of just sticks in the armor
Darn it.
and doesn't draw blood. All right, Rakat, your turn.
You'll see the dude running off, probably profusely bleeding, thinking probably not a huge threat anymore. So you'll kind of come up to the window and instead fire at this dude from behind. So
Okay,
They are in
Guns-
combat.
they're in combat. You'll get a -4.
Yes.
yeah, and guns ignore the first range increment, right?
I think.
Ignore it,
No,
like
within the first range increment, it's versus touch, but beyond the 20
Yes.
feet, it's
Yeah.
regular AC.
Yeah, so in the initial range increment, it's against touch AC.
So I also get the -2 because it's 25 feet, is it?
If the range increment's 20, if it's 25 feet, then yes, it would be -2. Or whatever the negative is.
Then I guess I'll just hop through the window as well, and then fire. So it's -4 because of that.
Okay.
So
Does this have set up
-3 total.
buffs?
So let's see if this works.
Mm,
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Oh.
Probably not. No.
No, that is just barely not enough. So I don't know. Hearing you crawl through the window and seeing what you did before, he's a little ready for it and just barely manages to move out of the way as you fire.
He'll just kind of click his tongue, and then I don't have I can move my full movement even if I attack, right? Or is that...
You can't break it up. So you moved a bit
yeah,
before.
yeah,
There's a
you
feature
could have
that
like
called shot on the run.
yes, but you could have like kept moving to like I don't know here or something and then taken a shot. But
Okay.
yeah, but you can't
Then-
split movement.
Cool. Then I think that's it. Yeah, because it's not much I
Okay.
can do. Whatever. With swift action.
Okay. No. Hmm. The berobed fellow in the top floor gestures towards Emily, and a ray of flames leaps from his fingertips.
Oh boy.
And what would be your touch AC?
My touch is
Emily?
11.
All right, so it hits. Only for 3 damage, though, which might actually be a lot for you.
3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that's his turn, and Mordred, your turn again.
Okay. Let's see, I'm just double checking something. Okay. So he's going to make just like a regular attack, which is I am rolling extraordinarily high.
Yes, you are. So yeah, you get him. You hit all your damage.
That is 12 damage.
Yeah, okay, that's going to be enough to end him too.
He sort of aims for the base of the spine, right through the throat, cuts through, pulls out, and as let's see. So just double checking. So it is 5. Okay, and he's going to move here. And as a swift action, he's going to I don't need the spell failure. He gets to make a sort of using what seems to be an attack at inhumanly fast speeds. He makes an additional attack at this archer.
All right. And
So
you're
that
nutty.
is, I get to use some stuff. So that is a 12.
A 12 is not going to be enough.
Okay. So, as his speed was a little too fast, he didn't seem to be able to use as much precision and misses.
Yep.
Somehow unable to.
Shears through the air just before the archer.
Yeah.
Perhaps not used to his new speed.
Perhaps.
All right. So
Used.
The archer will withdraw.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's his turn. That guy's dead. Other archer is going to fire at Mordred again.
Okay.
Well, I'm happy we have someone absorbing all the arrow fire.
Yeah, the problem is he's not terribly tanky.
He's got 18 AC. It's
I
pretty
mean,
high.
yes, but technically I'm a double-digit HP character, but
Okay, mate, I have 5.
that is true.
Okay. So
Wait.
that was a crit.
Oh boy. Rip Mordred.
But you're gonna take 7 damage from that.
He's down. Oofed.
Oofed.
Okay, so that was 7 damage.
Yep.
So it's -3.
So reeling from your new use of power, you failed to keep your guard up and was shot in the back, dropping you. Oliver, your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sup it up. This combat. How would getting over that table, like, how tall is that? Does it look easily clearable?
Oh, it's not that tall. Yeah, you could.
You're
You could
vaulting a table.
try. Yeah, you could easily vault it in your turn. No risk.
Okay. I can't even get that far yet.
Well, if you wanted to do like it's at the fourth, kind of at the fourth square. So if you were to
Try and vault.
you'd end up next to Mordred, right? You wouldn't be able to end on it.
So
I don't know. Roll a tumble, maybe.
Do you think I could get to here if I rolled a successful tumble?
Oh yeah, definitely. Wouldn't have to be high. More than a 10.
Where is
We
tumble?
call it acrobatics nowadays.
Yeah, acrobatics
Oh.
or athletics.
So all right. Yes.
Oh, okay. I have a real assy. I'm gonna fall.
Oh, no.
I gotta roll high. I'm gonna try it anyway, though.
Go for it,
Okay.
mate.
Athletics. I feel like athletics is a thing. Am I wrong?
Hey,
Wrong
you-
edition, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
You cleared
12.
it.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do that, and I'm not really. I don't quite. Oh wait, shit. Am I wrong about everything?
What? Are you wrong about everything?
I think. I think I'm actually wrong about this. I don't think I can channel.
You can't channel, but
not
you can
this
convert
level.
any of your spells. You can convert any of your spells into a healing spell if you want.
That's what it is. Yes. I'm gonna convert to a cure light wounds.
Okay.
All right. So that's what 1d8 plus 1, right?
I'm gonna pop. I know that.
Alright, you heal him for 5.
Did it roll a d8?
Yeah, it rolls in the text.
Okay, yeah, it actually does. That's pretty useful. Okay, so it's 5 HP.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So he's currently I don't know, as the arrow sort of gets forced out from his back, and he wakes up on his back. I don't know, with what, your hand over him or something?
Yeah, he'll kind of like crouch down and place a hand like near the arrow. And he doesn't really know quite how to use this, but just sort of like focusing what he can kind of like in himself see as energy in some way.
Yeah, he'd probably be pretty surprised that it worked, actually.
Yeah,
Considering.
probably mutters something about Feronia.
I hope to Feronia this works.
Yeah. Don't let him die.
Let him die.
Oh,
Accidentally.
Morgan has not been left to die.
Yeah, I just,
Uh-oh, I found out I'm actually evil and is actually inflict wounds. Fuck.
Oh no!
Oh no, I turned out to be an undead. Ooh.
Shit.
All right. Well, anyway, that's over.
Okay.
Emily, go ahead.
All right. Did the ogre move?
The ogre did not move.
Has the ogre? Can I take a perception check of that ogre? Is it like alive, or is it
Roll
a
a,
statue?
Roll a will save.
A will save? Okay.
Oh shit.
15.
You disbelieve the illusion.
Oh shit.
There is no ogre.
There is no ogre, guys. It's a spell.
Oh, what a relief.
Thank goodness. Now we just have to deal with the guys that are here.
All right. I'm gonna shout that in common, by the way, so they understand that we disbelieve their illusion.
Okay, let me roll a little concentration check here. Okay, and the ogre fades away as the mage on the second floor begins to panic.
Okay. Also, the gentleman who was speaking to us through the door, is he the person lying dead on the ground right now?
There are two of them.
He's one of them.
Wonderful. All right. So Emily, upon seeing them panic and the one guy getting shot at, is gonna say, "We're not here to fight your illusions. We're not here to fight your owners. We offer you safe passage and a way out of this situation if you're all willing to lay down your arms and not fight the rest of us. Our quarrel is not with you. We're here for the safe." And I'd like to try and diplo them down, since we are now clearly winning this fight.
Roll me a diplomacy.
22.
My goodness.
I am really good at one thing, and it's not fighting.
Oh, that's a plus 10.
My God.
You just
Okay.
put all your skill ranks into diplomacy.
I am not a combat character, goddammit.
Okay, so the mage and archer on the top, in light of recent events, lay down their weapons. And these two over here seem to have not even been listening. They're going to keep running, if possible.
Okay, so the person laying down their arms is...
The two on top. Yeah.
Okay, so the mage and the archer appear, but these two seem to not be having it.
Well, they were running, and they are just continuing to run.
Okay.
They have not turned back.
And
Someone
these are
grab
stairs
them.
going up.
Sorry?
These are stairs going up. Yes, this is like a balcony area?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bit of a mezzanine, if you will.
Alright, well, if possible, Emily's gonna start running after them, I guess.
Okie dokie.
4, 5, 6, and I'm assuming I don't have my standard anymore.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Okay. Rakat.
He'll seeing the two at the top put down their arms, he'll a hearty chuckle. He'll be like, haha, serves them right.
What?
But then and then he's gonna move 30 feet this way. And question about the range of acid splash. It says it's 25 feet plus 5 feet divided by 2 levels. Is that
Yeah,
a
so it's
minimum?
25 feet plus
Yeah.
5 feet every 2 levels. So for you, it's 25
Yes.
feet.
No, that's its max range.
So is it 25 feet or is it 30 feet?
It's 25. You always round this stuff down.
That's
No.
what I was just making sure, because usually stuff is like a minimum of 1 or whatever.
If it says minimum of 1, it will mention it, but yeah.
Then I can't use that. Does Ray of Frost have? No, it's the same range. God damn it.
Yeah.
You can shoot. Oh no. Again, you can shoot your gun. You'll just be taking a -2 to hit.
And it
What,
won't be
negative-
touched, right?
I double checked this because I was thinking it was weird. I do still hit with touch AC even if it's
Oh,
past
okay.
the first range.
Yeah,
an
because it's
advanced
a
firearm.
revolver, not a muzzle loader.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an
Okay,
advanced
okay.
firearm.
It
so,
is also
uh,
worth remembering that for dealing non-lethal damage, it is a -4 unless it is a specifically non-lethal weapon.
like a
Or
blow
we can
dart
get
or
them like
something.
rubber bullets.
I mean, like, yeah, rubber bullets or like a whip is another good example of a non-lethal weapon where they can't deal damage; they can only deal non-lethal damage. Sap is similar.
Well, I can't cast magic, which was my original plan, but instead, this guy's taken some damage, right? The bowman.
The
The
bowman
bowman is
has
fine.
not.
Oh, I died. Then I guess I'll just shoot the dude running away like a little wuss. So that's -1, I think.
And
So 4 damage if it hits.
for that guy, let me see. What did I write?
We'll try and like hit him in the shoulder or like in and around that area.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hit, and he's going to fall face first on the ground after you shoot him in the back. He is down
Bang.
And then
And out.
and out.
I'll just
Okay.
taunt the last dude. Like, blow off the smoke from the gun.
He's taunted. All right, Mordred, your turn.
So he does have to get up, yes?
Yeah, he would have to get up.
Okay. So that's a move action.
That'd be a move to run over there.
And yes. Just double checking something. Okay, there's like no way it's gonna hit. It's not that far off, but
You want to throw a knife at him as you're getting up?
yeah, he's gonna try.
All right.
He's going to, as he's gotta use these at some point. It's whatever. So he's going to sort of, I don't know, aim the knife and at said archer, and some kind of, slightly unnatural looking, almost like a haze, starts surrounding this archer, and then he's going to throw a dagger, this is at a -4 because it's 20 range, or it's 10-foot range increment. That's 20 feet away. So, and this is going to be with a strike the hourglass thing, because I need to actually use these.
Okay.
So that is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so because I need to actually. So this is a will save of, I believe it's 17. Yes, it is a will save 17, or he is
Your
unable
initiation
to.
is +6.
No. So the way it works is it's +2 if I'm using a weapon from the favored group. And one of the favorite groups is light blades, of which a dagger is. So it's 11.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he
it's
fails
11
that
plus
will save.
Okay, so he can only take either a move or a standard action during his turn.
Yeah.
And this, by the way, I had to look this up. This does include no swift actions and no immediate, which makes it a lot better. But
yeah. Okay, so you throw a dagger. Maybe let's say it hits him in the arm.
And sort of that haze seems to intensify, and he seems sort of uncomfortable, as though he's maybe moving sort of through thick molasses, maybe.
Yeah. As if time were slowed down for him or something crazy like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, so
that's his turn.
His turn. He slams through the back door, and you see him start running off that way through this door. everyone else is dead. The archer has dropped his weapon, and he backs up with the mage as well. Oliver, your turn.
Do you want
Not
to run
much.
after the one guy, or I think combat's done?
I don't think I am able to catch him in what I'm wearing unless I just like do dash action, but he can just do dash actions. So I think Oliver is going to start heading sorry, what are we just on diagonals? Are we just doing them as 5 feet?
They're 5 feet, as
Yeah.
far as I can tell.
So
Yeah.
he's going to start moving towards the stairs.
Okay, and combat's pretty much over. So
Emily gets up and walks over and starts tying these two up.
Kind of, I'm gonna grab these two bodies and kind of lean them against this propped up
Yeah.
table.
Mordred will probably, I don't know, grab one of them and you'll do the other, and then we can.
Oh, I
Drag them
didn't.
over.
I forgot I have like no carrying capacity, so I don't actually have rope. I'm assuming I can borrow a set of rope off of somebody though.
Yes, I feel like if you'd mentioned I need some rope,
I
Mordred would
need
probably
some
toss
rope.
you up.
I'm sorry, I'm
He'll,
incredibly weak.
he'll toss you up, sort of like over this balcony, a coil of rope.
Merci beaucoup, mon ami. And she'll tie the two guys up.
okay, so you
I
tie
don't
them
speak
up.
that language.
They've completely given up and don't offer any resistance.
And what's your name, good sir?
You're making a polite conversation while tying them up.
Yes. Gotta be
Fair enough.
dignified when you're talking to people.
Yeah, fair
That's
enough.
how you get them to respect you.
Yeah, it's for their safety, not ours.
Okay. So we're dragging the bodies against the tables, tying them up. Has it been about a minute or so?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. So I don't know if anyone would particularly notice, but it seems as though, occasionally there's a inhumanly fast twitch, as though, he can't quite keep his speed constant, but that seems to lessen after about a minute.
Can I make a perception check to notice the speed force, or?
The speed force.
You know, it's the speed formula.
Yeah.
I imagine in let's see. Yeah, I mean,
14?
you'd notice it. It's
Are you alright,
safe.
Mildred?
I'm fine. It's a little unusual, but nothing I haven't dealt with before. It looks pretty similar to what happened to the when he threw the dagger.
That's some fancy fighting skills you were doing down there. Are you a chronomancer?
Nothing so advanced. It is a little bit of a different technique, more innate and less, well, classically practiced.
Oh, you're a sorcerer then. Okay.
Not a mage per se.
You're a spell sword.
Think of me as such.
All right.
Okay.
Continue politely tying these two up.
all right.
Wow.
As you tie them up, you realize that the mage has something else on him.
It is a gun.
It's a gun. No, it's he has a wand still on
Alright.
his person.
I imagine the rest of the party is looting, is vacuuming up all the loot. Which, we are more than welcome to make a loot channel in the Discord if you'd like.
I assume it's more of the case of let's not leave the rotting bodies just lying on the floor.
Yo,
So they're probably all I would say leaned against this table. Probably took the time to grab all three of them or something.
yeah, you grab all the stuff off of them, and we can divvy it up once we're done here.
Sounds good.
All right.
Can I talk to them as you are there as well? I just kind of accompany you.
By all means.
Thank you for laying down your weapons and letting us sort this out amiably. Any chance you could tell us what's behind that door my friend is standing next to?
It's what you've been looking for.
The vault.
We lost. It's over. You're gonna kill us?
You didn't lose, my good sir. Consider this to be right now, your life of crime has taken you to this situation. However, this doesn't need to be the end. I'd prefer not to kill you, but To be quite honest, there's a lot of things you could be doing with your life that are much more productive than sitting here in a warehouse taking orders from some scumlord.
Can I sense motive? It's what we're looking for.
Sure, yeah, you can. And also, as you're saying that, Emily, one of them looks up towards you and he says, "Hey, you're really fucked up, you know that?" Balls.
Okay.
Fucked up?
Okay.
Why do you say that?
You're gonna come in here and fucking kill all my friends and murder everyone. You could at least have the good decency to be a fucking piece of shit about it like everyone else does.
We didn't come in here wanting to murder you. We came in here on the instruction of our employers to retrieve the property that your group stole. We're not here for bloodshed. We're here for the vaults. And as a result,
Yeah.
I would like to avoid killing people.
Color it however you want, mate.
Well, friend, you find yourself not in a dead end, but at a crossroad. One leads you to a dead end, and one leads you to walking out of it. And
Well,
clearly your friends made that wrong choice.
whatever you want me to say, I'll say it.
I'm not
So-
asking you to say anything. I'm simply... Why is it so hard for you to believe that I don't want to kill you? There are nice people in the world.
It might be all the killing you've done today. I don't know. That might be part of it.
And how many people have you seen me murder today, hmm?
Well, you personally, I don't know. But as a unit, 3.
Unit? I met these people yesterday.
Oh, well, I don't know your personal story. Listen, can I go or what?
I'm asking... You can go as long as you don't plan to alert your friends about it.
Oh, sounds like a deal. Okay. So, untie me?
Where are you going to go?
Home?
And where's home?
Well, not sure I want you knowing that.
Would you like me to take you to one of the local homeless shelters and...
No, I'd like to go home, please. Untie me. You're a fucking freak.
Why am
Do
I
you like this? Do you enjoy torturing people after you
I'm
kill their
not
friends?
torturing you. I want to know.
Well, it feels
how
like
did you-
torture.
And I would like to know how you ended up working for this man, because do you know what you're doing? This is not the nicest organization in the world.
Oh, but it's one of the more lucrative ones.
All right,
Put
and you're
food on
okay.
the table for him.
It does. However, there are ways to make money that doesn't involve hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand the hardship you've caused these merchants?
Yes, I'm sure it's been very hard for them. Now, if you'd let me walk through this room of my fallen comrades, I'd like to go home.
You don't want help? You do not want assistance in burying them?
I want the least possible amount to do with you people as possible.
That's fair.
So I assume the safe's in this room to our left here.
Sorry?
I assume this safe of ours is in the room at the end here.
Yeah, that's what we've got left. Most of it's already gone. Brought it to Vin,
And who's Vin?
our boss. Shit. It's, some guy.
Wonderful.
guy.
And now you've given us a reason to like you even more. I promise if you
Oh,
take us
no.
to this Mr. Vin person, we would be more than happy to untie you.
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Well, that's the wrong situation to ask, because while I'm willing to be nice with you, this Modra gentleman right over here, as you've clearly seen, is not willing to be nice to you. And as
Would
much
you like
as
to roll an intimidation on that?
This is not an intimidate check. This is a please tell me what I want to do, because if
This
you
is
don't
a
tell me,
desperate diplomacy check.
I am not going to be responsible for what happens to you. If
That
Mojo
sounds-
comes over here.
Sounds a lot like an intimidation.
It sure does.
It does.
All right, fine. I'll roll
I
intimidate.
feel like
It's an intimidate that makes a lot of sense.
19.
Well, there you go.
19 intimidate.
It's like, okay, Christ, or equivalent deity.
I feel like are there even any Christ equivalent deities?
Maybe like
Every religion has one.
Saint Cuthbert or something or whatever.
Every religion has a
Anyway.
martyr.
I know the fifth edition one, I think.
There's a lot of different pantheons. And I'm pretty sure we all follow different gods anyway, so.
It's like, all right. Listen, if you untie me, I'll draw you a map to our hideout on the surface. But then you gotta let me go.
Emily pulls out a piece of paper, prestidigitates herself a crayon, and hands it, unties the one guy's hand and hands him the paper.
All right. So over the next few minutes, he hang on, I've still got like super combat music going on.
Doesn't the prestidigitation disappear after a while?
The crayon will disappear, but I'm assuming the map will stick around.
I mean, it's still smeared crayon on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's true.
I hand you some chalk.
There you go,
Oh,
Chuck.
Or charcoal.
We'll let it work.
Did you not make that dude a leg out of prestidigitation?
Well,
Yeah, he's gonna have a bad time later.
It lasts I think it's like an hour.
So
I
an hour
was under
from
the
now, he's
impression
gonna
that
fall in that.
prestidigitate could just create non-magical items.
It might.
I think it follows the law of equivalent exchange. It doesn't just create matter out of nothing.
Okay, I've always just done prestidigitation as it lets you do flavor shit.
Oh yeah,
If you want me to follow the exact rules for prestidigitation, I can.
it does say any actual changes or created items persist only 1 hour.
Okay, I give him a piece of wood and a match so he can wood burn something.
I mean,
burns
it's
the
gonna
paper.
work. You'll have charcoal or something. It's fine. So
I do actually have chalk.
well, there you go.
But it's chalk on paper.
Okay,
Well,
we pick up a piece of wood and let him draw on the friggin' wood.
I didn't say it was white chalk.
God.
I'm not sure how many times I'm gonna have to say that it definitely works and you don't have to worry about it, but it definitely works and you don't have to worry about it. So
I really want to talk this out.
we're not done here yet. Hang on.
And is
Okay,
there
so
anything you can tell us about Mr. Vin?
hey, he's gonna fucking kill you if you show up there. That's a little tip for free.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, and why exactly did you give him the money? Is he the next one up above the Haggis brothers, or?
He is a Haggis brother. If
Oh,
there
is
was a Haggis brother here, you people would not be walking out.
And what makes you so sure of that? We were
Things
able to
I've
best
seen,
you,
mate.
were we not?
Oh, sure, we're small time. Shit. Relying on an ogre illusion to scare you off, see how well that fucking worked. But they won't be relying on illusions.
You're a real pessimist, you know that.
And he kind of looks around the room and, like,
Yeah.
open hand shrugs.
This
Like there's
doesn't
more
have to be your
optimism on
life,
his
you know
part.
that. There are other options.
Yeah, I've heard the spiel. So, are we free to go? You have the map?
Look at rest of party.
No point in confining him here. He doesn't seem to want to join your little cult of perfection.
Cult of perfection, what?
Uh-oh.
Let the man live on his own ideals.
Fine.
The world's fucked up enough as is.
And I can't try and make it a better place?
Start with the bigger issues, work your way down.
What do you think I've been trying to do this whole time? Find people.
Yeah, you just walk out.
Convert.
They just leave.
Just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
He teleports immediately.
As soon as they start leaving, I'm just gonna go into the back room and see if the safe's actually there.
Okay, so you go into a back room, and sure enough, there is a safe there. The safe has been pried open, and there's a few other fragments of safes, as well as some sort of large piece of machinery that seems to have been completely disassembled.
So these are pried. This is not like picked. This is not any kind of effort to preserve the safe was not taken.
No.
Well, as far as we can tell, they have an ogre on their side. Don't think matters of strength much their worries.
Do they have an ogre on their side? Could have just been the illusion.
Well, the man said that the next time we run into the group, there wouldn't be an illusion to worry about. It'd be the real thing.
Oh, he did say it was the real thing. Well, I've got at least a few spells left in me.
Well, we should take. I say whatever's left here, bring them back, inform them of what's happened, and before we move to the next location.
Hmm. Fine, let's worry about this for right now.
Okay. So also in the room, there's a whole bunch of merchandise strewn about, a fair bit of gold, and a few, other seemingly magical trinkets.
All of this is stolen, so let's gather it up, inventory it, and take it back to the goblin.
Mordred is going to probably, again, keep an eye on this store, just because that was what people were running out from. Just to
Okay.
make sure that there's, like, we're not getting ambushed while we're, collecting stolen goods.
Sounds good.
I just
Okay.
realized that I think those stairs actually go down.
Um,
Oh, do they?
well, I mean,
Well, they
It
go.
depends on the
They go
architecture.
up from here. Depends what level. They go up in one perspective, down from another.
It depends where you're standing.
yeah, it's this is a higher vantage point, but yeah, usually it's the descending or the widest ones are at the top, but
All right. Noted.
it's confusing.
Anyway,
It came across perfectly anyway.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's understandable. It's just like your brain is like it's one of two things.
Yeah, there's an archer up there that's definitely elevated.
Yeah. They're not going to be shooting at you from a basement.
It's the
Poke your head out.
it's the what's it called, orchestra pit.
Do you guys
an
want
orchestra
to...
pit full of archers.
Have you guys
My ankles!
collected everything there? Would you like me to inventory everything, or are you all
I think
willing
we
to
probably
carry
just
it all?
shoved it all in a sack, unless somebody's being careful.
Yeah, if you've planned to return it all, then yeah, you can just kind of bundle it. Stolen goods, quest item.
Well, not just bundle it.
Okay, well, who's carrying it?
Oh,
is the
actually, it's
question.
handle it. But
There's only one safe here.
well,
There's more than one safe, but there's only one safe that still has things in it, which would be all that stuff.
okay.
Until we find
So-
this vendor, gentlemen.
Well, whose goods are? Because it might be a mixture of the three. We have no way of being able to tell whose goods these actually are.
Wait, are the goods strewn about, or are they all still in just the pried open safe?
Some of it's still in, some of it's like kind of tumbled out, and sorted, but was all from that safe. Yeah.
It's
Clearly.
relatively easy to tell that if it was on the ground, it was because it fell out of the safe, and not.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the other safes are kind of like in a corner, piled together. Not this one was being actively.
Oh, so there
Screw
were
it.
more safes in this room. All
Yeah.
right, so we found the safes. We just need to go to this vendor gentleman to find the loot.
Well, we have some of the loot.
We have some of the loot. We can return this now, or we can go run after vendor. Though
Well,
I
I
would
think-
suggest haste, considering we let one of them get away.
I don't think he's particularly going to warn them. I think he's going to stay low for a few days at least.
So do you suggest we return what we have immediately?
Well, unless you want to lug around all this stuff.
Not particularly, no.
I think even if we give this to our good friend, we might even be able to get half of the payment up front.
I'd prefer if we finish the job, but fair enough.
The job itself was not necessarily to return the stolen goods in their entirety. It was to deal with the thieves.
We've
Well,
dealt with
we've
this
got to have
chapter of
them.
thieves, but I think we'll need to go after this vendor if we want to stop them all.
I think a trip back to Binkit wouldn't be remiss.
I don't
Alright.
see the harm in it. I mean, we can come back maybe with more supplies.
Is this still close enough that Mordred could hear, or is he? I would say,
Yeah,
Either
you
pro-
could hear.
Okay.
It's pretty quiet now.
Just a reminder, as much as, yes, we could come back with better supplies, there are seemingly an endless number of thugs that are willing to partake in ill-advised ventures. I can't imagine that we have, one, terrible amount of time until more come, and two, leaving for a day, and we come back, and suddenly this room is filled with twice as many individuals.
Exactly.
Well, why would we be coming back? We're going somewhere else.
If we go and return the objects,
Yes.
we're
but
going to be
We're
gone.
done here.
Yes. But there are still more buildings, and...
I
Wait,
think what
we have the
Mordred's-
map, yes?
I think what Mordred's trying to say is he wants to explore the buildings next to here, find out if there's other people around.
Oh,
There is
because
that as well. We have the map, yes?
I have a map here, yeah.
How... I don't know if anyone is, like, super good at reading maps. Does it look like it's nearby, or is this just, like, an outpost?
No, this would be within the city itself, kind of in one of
Okay.
the poorer districts, but it's
Okay.
it's on the surface. It's in Augusta proper.
So this is...
Vale Street.
So this is essentially the underground outpost, and they took all the loot up.
Into the bit with all the magic inquisitors and stuff.
Oh, wait, the rest of the loot is up top?
Yes.
Oh, that poses a bit of a problem. Because I can't really
Yes.
show my face up there.
Bounty or simply...
I
Well
do a
known.
quick magical flourish. Quite
I
the
mean-
obvious.
Fair enough.
You could always not do it for a second, but
I don't think I need to cast spells for people to notice the person with the robe and wizard hat as a mage.
well, they probably
there's
wouldn't
something different?
associate robe and wizard hat with magic. Cultural thing. They wouldn't know
There's
what to
also something
associate with
different?
it.
I mean, especially considering, like, nobody is actually a... like, nobody's out, like, an outward... Not outward, nobody's willing to be a wizard, like, out in the open up there. So they might just have no idea what, like, a normal wizard is. They might assume it's... I don't know.
Is
Like,
this something
glowing.
Possibly, but a single cast of detect magic breaks my disguise. But if you have a way to, if you think we should risk it,
would mage hunters be out there casting detect magic because they themselves would be casting magic?
Yeah, they would not be able to cast detect magic.
Presumably.
And would any of us have any like prior knowledge to like would it seem appropriate enough for her to be service level, or would it raise suspicion just based on like what
I
we
haven't
know
been
of
on the surface since
where
I
we live?
originally came here with my mom.
What the usual people who've been around for a while would know is that she probably wouldn't raise suspicion that she's magical.
She would be an immediate red flag.
She wouldn't be.
Okay.
She would be the only thing it might raise is questions about her personal sense of style, and that's it.
I prestidigitate my clothing into an apron. There, I'm a blacksmith.
Stay out of the fashion district and we should be good.
Yeah.
Also, not nearly muscled enough for a blacksmith.
I prestidigitate myself some fucking muscles.
That's one way to do it. Who needs a gym?
Exactly.
Sure. You might want to darken your skin a little bit. I lived next door to a blacksmith for many years.
Emily puts on some basic blackface.
Some basic blackface.
I don't know.
As opposed to advanced blackface.
I can put on advanced blackface if you need me.
I don't think that's needed. Nothing.
Yikes.
Plus, I don't think I'm
Yikes.
the only mage in this here party. I say,
I'm a
looking
mage,
at the
excuse
guy
you.
with the gun.
I just haven't cast any magic.
Oh no, not you. Who is the guy who said he was a spell sword?
That is me, but it is much harder to see. One of the benefits is I am relatively discreet.
You're telling me that chronomancy there isn't magic?
I'm not saying that, but I don't have to use that.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Okay, so a note. Rakat and Emily, since you have both been in the Vale for a little while, you would both know of someone called Denna Bywater, who is someone who they say is capable of masking all magic used near her, and is often employed by people in the Vale when going on more discreet missions.
How do you spell this person's name?
Tenna Bywater?
Denna, Denna.
Denna.
Yeah, and Bywater.
Do we know where this person lives?
Approximately. You could find out pretty easily. She's a
Alright,
well-known service.
So she's a magic smuggler.
Well, if we have to go above dock, I could speak to someone I've heard about, someone by the name of Miss Bywater. You're all willing to go on ahead.
Oh, you know of her too.
Yes, I've never used her services, however. I've never really left the Vale since... never mind.
Well,
Do you want to speak to her as well, or do you think your sword and gun will be good enough?
I mean, I have recently been around here, so I've been up top for most of my life. It's not really a problem to keep it terribly hidden.
Okay, well, you're not under pain of death if they find out that you've got a bit of magic on your fingers.
well,
One would think.
we're all in the Vale for one reason or another. I assume some of us have some magical capabilities. So I think all of our heads are up for the chopping block if we're found. But
Is everyone here a mage? I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
like, I'm half mage.
You are?
I have a bit of capability. But
I kind of just cast like Ray of Frost in my hand to like show them.
Ray of Frost is a respectable spell.
Technically, I have a spell book, don't I? So you probably see a spell book on my hip.
Oh, you have a spell book? Oh, we should trade notes sometimes.
He kind of always forgets it's there. And he just looks down and he's like, oh, yes. Oh.
I also have this.
Anywho, I think I should go speak to this Mrs. Bywater before we leave. You're all welcome to come with me, or you can go on ahead.
Do we want to have a scout of the area, or are we just going to go?
Just double check something.
Are we leaving the area, or are we checking the other building?
Do you guys want to check the other buildings? I don't see any reason to.
Well, one of them left presumably for either reinforcements or alerting others. Although it's been... How long has it been since the one that took the dagger has left?
At this point, probably 15 minutes.
Well,
I don't think
either
we should
he's
be standing
getting
here.
everyone or he's left. So I would say leaving post-haste is a good idea.
I agree with the Chronomancer.
Let's at least stop standing around on the stairs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Emily starts
Also, it
walking
is
over to the Bywood.
just a casual mention. Mordred's still not looking particularly healthy.
Are you alright?
I can stand on my feet.
Yeah, he did get pretty messed up there.
Yes.
That last fight.
He is currently looking rather unhealthy. If I had to give a scale
Unhealthy
between...
as in stab wounds, or unhealthy as in sick?
unhealthy as in stab wounds. As in, like, if I had to give a scale of, like, 1 to 10, he's probably a 2.
Does anyone here know healing magic for this man? He doesn't look particularly well.
I know healing of a sort, but it's not the traditional kind.
Scorching Ray.
Well, as long as you don't cast Scorching Ray on him, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think I used something, but I don't really feel a presence anymore.
I don't feel a presence anymore? What do you mean?
It's, whatever thing I had is spent.
So you're going to cast Infernal Healing?
Do you still have spell slots left?
I
I
assume
haven't
that's
cast any spells, so
Didn't you cast that on the archer or on the guy whose knee you blew out?
did I?
Yeah.
Was it Henry?
Yeah, it was
Harold.
Harold.
was his name.
Be a lot easier to check if there wasn't the thing from Ohabari of like 999 D7s.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes. Okay,
Uh,
but yeah, so you're gonna cast Infernal Healing, or no?
I don't know. Do you still have spell slots? Yeah, you must, eh? Bonus
Let me
spell.
use
At least.
one.
It's more it because it's an arcane one. I might if I've used it, then I might not have it because of it being prepared.
What are if you're God? Is a magus prepared or
Magus
spontaneous?
is prepared, yeah. So what spells did you prepare this morning?
Infernal Healing once and Deadeye Arrow once.
Then you can only
Okay.
use Infernal Healing once.
Yes. So
And you've already used it.
Then no healing for you.
What about you,
Oof.
Oliver? Do you have any sort of healing magics?
Yeah, not anymore.
Just the one spell?
Just the one.
Well, darn.
I guess a bit of a shut-eye will have to cure all your ails.
Well, then I suppose we're heading back to the
Just
barn,
hope.
speaking to our employer. And we'll have to find you some medical equipment. Do you have a healing
Alright.
a healer's kit or anything that might be able to stitch him up a bit, or?
I have dealt with worse. I will heal. Just so long as no individuals take it upon themselves to reintroduce arrows to me.
I summon him a walking stick that says +1 stick of arrow proof written on it.
Just
I am
written.
perfectly fine on my own.
All right. So, are you going to return to the Vale?
I believe that's where we're headed.
That
yes.
is the plan. We are
Okay.
making our way back, hopefully.
So you make your way back through the area. Everything is now eerily quiet, which the currently playing music does not reflect.
You can you can skip the music if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like because once it passes the ones earlier in the playlist, I can't like go back to them. You know.
You can do, I believe, what is it called?
Yeah, you can do skip to, or you can do pause.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you do that with if you pick a playlist to do it instead of like?
Oh, not that. Because what's in like 10th place will change based on which song I'm in, right?
Yep.
So I can't.
I don't think. You can go
what if
back,
you do
can you?
skip to -2? Would it go back to?
I don't know.
No, you can do stuff like that. If you want to
Yeah,
search
that
for
would
a
be
specific
like.
video.
Yeah, that would be. Hang on. So can I do skip to 9 at that point?
Probably. There you
Ah,
go. And now
that
you
works.
have to hit play again to get it to play.
You actually pause it.
Okay, great. So you go back through these abandoned streets, keeping an eye and an ear out, and everything's like dead quiet again. So no sign of anyone. Basically, the entire way back, and you make it back to the Vale, unmolested.
All right. So, do we want to speak to Brywater? Do we want to speak to our employer, or are we going right to bed?
It's a bit heavy. Kind of like to return it first.
Yes,
All
that
right.
is
Does
maybe a
anyone
good
remember where
idea.
Binkus' shop is?
Well,
Yeah, it's right next to 100.
All right. Let's go over there then. Walk over to the shop. Knock on the door.
Is it on the main road?
it's on Abbey Road, is it not?
Yeah, it's one.
Sort of.
I,
I'll have to make a map.
I pictured it along like the main stretch.
I have a drawn map on real paper in the real world.
You can take a picture of that and upload it to Roll20.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
If you want to send me a picture, I could do something to it.
Yeah, but also you can also just put pictures in like the lore channel, for example.
Yeah, so I'll maybe do that or try and make a really big one on a dungeon scroll. But anyway,
Emily walks over to the guy's shop and politely knocks on the door.
It's like, hey, who's that?
It's
Who is
us.
Oh,
We have some of your
welcome
things.
back. Seriously?
Some
You
of
did
them,
it?
yes.
Oliver will walk in with it just like in his arms.
Okay,
It
you
looks
like,
like a massive sack. How
pretty
large
big.
was the safe?
So he trundles immediately up to Oliver, and he's like, "Well, let's see it. Come on, I want to see if this is my stuff."
We lay it out
we can
for
tell
him.
It's part of it was like one of them was a closed safe, right?
I mean,
No, all the same.
No, it was a whole bunch of like safe pieces, and then one safe that looked like ripped open and still had stuff inside with some stuff on the ground. So we
I thought
took
one
that.
was touched.
it's like
I
one
guess
was
we,
yeah.
one was half looted, and then the rest were already dealt with. So
I guess we pour the stuff out onto a table for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you actually did it! This is almost everything.
almost.
Yeah, well, I think there's a couple little things here and there. I had a ring of protection in here. I don't see that around. But anyway,
We've
Point
got
is,
a lead for the rest of this stuff, but it is up topside.
no, topside, huh? Well, what happened to the thieves?
We we were ambushed in an alleyway, and while they attacked, actually, no, what? Since we've already done this, Emily explains everything that happened over the last 2 sessions. Easier if I say it that way.
Yeah, the process of finding, tracking them down.
Skip 2 hours of explanation.
Ah,
Skip cutscene. That like.
all right. Well, I'm impressed. You really pulled through for me. Too bad it wasn't all there, but we didn't expect to get the stuff back anyway. We just wanted those guys to be dealt with. Anyway, if you go to Shem, as far as I'm concerned, the full payment is yours.
Oh, that's awful nice of you, good sir.
Just to confirm, you do not require us to go topside to find the rest. Just that we dealt with sort of this local branch. Yes.
From the sounds of it, they're not going to be trying that shit again.
We still don't know how they ripped the safe out, but
Well, let's keep
yeah.
the mystery for tomorrow then, shall we?
We can.
Modred here doesn't look to be in the best shape to be heading topside.
And quite frankly, Oliver also has a giant gash in his head.
yeah.
He's
Two
been
of the party
handling it. He's been taking it in stride, though. Really handling it like a champ.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not his full HP, but I'm pretty sure that the flavor was that he got hit in the head with a mace.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Well, it was still like 6 damage, right? It's pretty
Yeah.
good. Okay, so so there you go. That's it. As far as Binkit is concerned, you've completed the task.
It's
All right,
magic.
let's head back to the tavern, I suppose.
That is good
Take
idea.
care of Modred.
Well,
I feel like this isn't going to be the last we see of.
if you don't mind, you can go ahead. I have a question I would like to ask. Maybe see if I can purchase anything. No, I am fine. I can walk on my own. Also, my name is Mordred. My mother believed it was good luck to name her son after the son of a great heroic king or whatever. Sorry, am I muted or like
No.
I can't hear anybody? No, people just been
I
quiet.
think we're all letting you talk. You know.
Oh no, sorry. That was he's essentially like go on ahead. I'm just gonna talk to him and maybe purchase some stuff. You can go on ahead without me.
Or just kind of like lean into, do you want to be left alone with him?
Yeah, I'm
Or do you mind if I
fine.
hang around and peruse as well?
You can go ahead. I would. Well, it is a personal matter, but
If you guys are
It is not
shopping,
too much.
by all means, but not all of us have money.
oh,
And Emily
Well,
will make
not
her way
yet.
back to the tavern.
okay. Pinkett, I have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
So, There's an individual I've been looking for. Well, he is notable in that he tends to wear a hooded cloak, not reveal too much about himself. I was informed that you might know more than, say, the innkeeper. Any ideas on who they are, where they are, what they might be doing?
Yeah, that guy, bit of a mystery. No one really knows what he's all about, but he's been popping up in the Vale every now and again for years now.
So, almost like a local, but tangible.
Yeah, he never seems to settle down. He's always showing up, always talking to someone or other. Never really spoke to me, but yeah, weird guy. I don't know. What are you looking for him? Why are you looking for him?
Old personal matter. He likely knows something I'm trying to find. I don't mean him any harm per se, but yes, if he comes by for whatever, and he seems affable, I would not be remiss if you mentioned me.
Yeah, sure, no problem. But I did see him talking to Yadvik this pretty recently. Maybe you could ask him.
Well, thank you for the directions, and I really would invest in some, one, a better lock, and two, maybe I don't know, regular mortal means are sometimes just as useful as.
With professionals like you around, who needs it?
No offense, but I am currently in less than the optimal shape. I would prefer.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Come on now.
It will take me a couple of days, but I would rather not take arrows for safes that you didn't have stolen in the first place.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll keep an eye out for your cloaked man. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Good work out there. Don't bleed too much on the way out.
I'm fine. It's already clotted.
Yeah, perfect. What are you even complaining about?
And he's gonna sort of wince, get up, and walk out and say, "When I have some money, I will maybe come back and see if I can see a bit of your wares. But have a good day."
All right, too.
And who is it that was staying to peruse?
I just wanted to. I know I don't have a lot of money right now, but I just wanted to see about I don't know what the cost of a standard healing potion would be.
Standard healing potion. Yeah, let's see.
I'd be willing to make me a little bit of a deal.
You can get a scroll of the spell, and that might be cheaper.
Might be.
Oh, are those cheaper?
Scroll. Well, but yes, but they're also harder to use.
Yeah, you need to roll a spellcraft, right?
Well, no,
it's,
as long as the spell's on your
use-
spell list, you're good.
Yes.
Oh,
If it's on your spell list, you can use it, but if you don't, then it's a use magic device.
okay. I see.
I just don't want to get caught out of spell slots and have someone in need.
Yeah. So he says, well, normally I'd charge around $50 for a thing like that, but for you today, in light of what you did, I'd give you half off the first one.
Yeah, you good man, Pinky. I'll take it off your hands for you.
Sure. Pleasure
And
doing business with you.
Fiddles around in his pockets here for a 25G and hands it over.
All right. Yeah. Swiftly grabs it and trundles off to the back of the store to immediately secure it somewhere behind the counter.
Okay. And this
Feel
is
free
a
to
scroll
count it.
of.
Oh, it's a potion you're buying, right? Or is it a scroll?
Oh, I was thinking scroll.
Ew, if it's a scroll, then you know what? It might be even cheaper.
Oh,
Scroll is 35.
would they be? They wouldn't. Scroll is only. It's probably just as effective, but cheaper because it requires skill to use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
think
I will take the scroll. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it'll just be 15 instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is for cure wounds?
Yeah, cure light wounds.
Cure light wounds.
Cure light wounds.
So yes, if it isn't on your spell list, it is a I could be wrong about this. I think it's like a DC like 10 plus spell level or something.
20 plus spell level.
20 plus spell level?
UMD is one of my favorite skills.
If it's on
That
your,
seems really high.
if it's not on your skill list, right?
Use it scroll is it's 20 plus caster level.
Yep.
So it'd be a 21, a DC 21 UMD check.
This is on my spell list.
Oh, it is on your spell list?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can use it. No check.
It's what I used on you. Or wait, no, not. Yeah.
The cleric can use the scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Yes, I think is what
Yes.
we're all agreeing on.
Yes,
Yes,
we are all
yeah,
agreeing
we
on
all
that.
agree.
Sorry.
All right. What would you like to do next?
He's gonna.
Could
he's
always
probably
go
gonna-
collect your
wait.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume Mordred and Oliver are gonna be on their way to, I guess, the tavern.
That's where Emily left for.
All right.
Me and Emily are already on our way to the tavern.
Okay. So you two eventually do arrive at the tavern. And I probably will make an actual map for the tavern eventually, but anyway,
We're not
You're
in
there.
combat. You're good.
yeah, just for immersion. So you arrive at the Thistledown. It's a particularly busy day.
Emily walks over to the gentleman that Binksky was referring to. She holds up her hand. You hear like the sound of like static for a second, and then like a perfect recording of everything Binksy said just kind of plays out of the motor in her hand.
Oh, all right then. Well, then I guess your payment is due.
That it is.
So he ducks back into a back room, and when he comes out, he's got a heavy bag of gold that he spills out onto the counter in front of you. He says, "So original bounty was 4,000 gold, and Vale takes its cut, and you're left with 2,000."
They
That-
take half.
God,
So
it feels like I'm playing
that's
Mystery
500
Dungeon
each
again.
then, I
Fucking hell.
believe, with the four of us.
That is some quick maths, yes.
Yes, 500 each.
It's really not bad.
God, just
For half a day's work.
That's amazing. I could afford a house with this.
This is basically my salary.
Yeah, well, pays well to do work for the Vale.
We appreciate it, and Emily takes her 500 gold.
I've made 496 gold profit today.
nice.
And what was the other 3 gold for?
Oh, because my bullets cost 1 gold each.
Your bullets cost a gold? What are you
That
making them
can't
out
be
of?
right.
Silver?
That's the base price for them.
Not
That's
easy to make a bullet.
insane.
Have you tried making them yourself? It's a lot easier if you're putting the powder in yourself.
I don't know how.
Out of character, you can use the gunsmithing feat to make bullets for like a tenth of the cost.
Yeah, but I've talked about this with Roar. In the sense that I've only just gotten the gun for a while, like 5 days.
Oh, yeah,
Like
all
I've
right.
used it
He
before.
can use it. He doesn't have the gunsmithing feat yet.
Oh, all right.
I do have the gunsmithing feat. It's just that
You
I've only properly had the gun for like 5 days before the campaign's begun.
Oh, so
Okay.
you're not used to black powder yourself. Well, I think I know someone who might be able to help you with that, actually.
I have a few connections, but it's
Also, black powder in general is not really something that's very well known anymore, and guns are kind of an old technology that has been considered mostly lost.
It's not particularly common, but there's still the occasional person who knows a thing or two about guns. I've got a student who is incredibly good at anything that has to do with explosions. I'm sure she'd be happy to meet you.
I know of one person in the area who is a specialist of bullets, but if I have some free time, my plan was to go give him a visit.
Fair enough. I don't want to impose. Good working with you.
Yes, if there's more jobs, better to work with someone you know rather than the ruffians in this area.
Though, before you go, I did have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
And then, I don't mean any sort of disrespect by what I'm saying, but it was the mage who was speaking to me. Would you really think that's weird? Would you say you mentioned my philosophy was cult-like? Is that really weird in this time and place to just be optimistic?
Oh,
What with the quiet around? I'm sorry, it's a long story, but
well, it's more than just quiet. It is quiet, and a good friend ruling this land doesn't quite make it a joyful place to people living here.
well, that's what the veil's
So,
for, is it not? For people to, enjoy life?
for those of magic, it's quite a haven, but that's not saying much for the regular folk.
Well, then
Where did
surely people are trying to change the world for the better, even if a little bit at a time.
I don't think many want to resist. I won't say he's improved this land, but he certainly stopped the quiet. Many people don't want to burst that bubble.
Well, if one person can stop the quiet, anyone can stop the quiet.
Well, I'll come back once you've figured out how to do it yourself then.
If you're willing, I'd be more than happy to enlist your help. You seem to know a fair bit of the thing about Arcana, and from what I've been able to research about the quiet, it does seem to be somewhat magical in nature.
Yeah. It's got some magical link there for sure. If you ask our exalted leader, if you want to call him that, it's the use of magic that's causing it. But
Well,
there's
I
no such thing as the quiet before. I can't remember the name of the event.
some big
event.
war.
There was some war, and then the quiet happened after. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. War of Unity.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
War of Unity.
I'm not sure if I want to tell you this or not, but you seem to be the reliable sort. What if I told you if I knew that wasn't the case?
That the War of Unity didn't cause the quiet.
No, but that there are ways to stop the quiet without tyrants. That I knew of a way to possibly stop it for good.
Well, I'd say most people would say I'm mad.
Do
What
you think
else?
I'm mad?
I don't know. I don't have as much depth into magic, so I don't know its limits. I
Well,
would say
I will tell you,
it's
magic
probably
can do a
limitless.
lot of things than what you may be used to. There are some people out there who have been studying magic for centuries, even. Like this spellbook I have right now, it's almost a tenth of what I used to have before I lost mine.
Well, I don't think Robian's all too keen for someone else to end the quiet, stop his little empire.
Well, I'm only one person, so I can't exactly lead a revolution just on my own. But if you've got any interest in researching the quiet, you know where to find me.
Hmm.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been doing the last few. That's what I've been doing the last few months. That and smithing daggers.
Well, I'd say you found yourself in the right place. Most people here don't like Robian or his crew, so they'd probably be willing to help out in removing his little crutch that he has.
Are you?
I couldn't really care. I've lived my life without Robian catching on. We'll see how it goes from here.
Fair enough. And Emily doffs her comically oversized wizard hat and goes back to the academy, I guess.
Wait.
I'll use my newly earned gold to buy a pint.
All right.
Love it.
And it'd probably be about this time that Oliver and Mordred are coming back.
Yeah, certainly.
smell that, Mildred?
What?
You smell that?
It depends. What are you smelling?
This is the smell of victory.
No, this is the smell of a tavern.
Yeah, victory.
I'm good.
Well, if you're up for a drink, I'll be over. Is that big table still open, or is it too busy?
You could find a spot at it.
I mean, is Rakat currently sitting down at a table?
I don't know
I'd
what
probably be
Rakat's
sitting
doing.
at the bar if there's a stool
Oh.
there. I do also have your money
Yeah.
because you haven't arrived. You hadn't arrived yet. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, hello there. You wouldn't happen to have our shares, would you?
Yeah. Yes, I certainly do. And then take out
What
2
was
bags
the
and pass them.
What was the final total we had?
The fee, pay due was 4,000, but the it's not the solicitor. What would be the broker's fee was 50%, so 2,000 to split between us 4.
Well, we made a tidy sum, but certainly they did as well. So, I'm going to take my share, and I'm good for now. But if you two want to drink together, this is a tavern? This is not an inn, or is it an inn?
It's an inn, yeah. It's an inn
Okay.
and tavern.
They do have rooms?
Yes, they have rooms. Rooms are available.
I'm gonna talk to I guess it's the barkeep. Is it the innkeeper as well?
Yeah, he owns the whole establishment. Shem.
Excuse me, how much is a room?
Well, you know what? For you today, seeing as what you did, I'll give you the room for free tonight.
Thank you
Sounds
very
good.
much.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to take a bit of a rest. I'm
Sounds
feeling
fair.
not as great as I've been before.
Well, get better.
I'm just imagining Oliver with like a bleeding dent in his head.
Oh yeah.
Like, cheers, good night. As he's like drinking pints.
I think
Yeah.
this is going into his past a bit. Like this is sitting down with wounds for a drink before settling in for the night is sort of
Yeah.
his MO.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely the case of two people are feeling hale and hearty, and the other two are like, it hurts.
Something like that.
Yep. Yeah, so even if it's a little early, Mordred's probably gonna go to bed, try and sleep off some of the mild injuries he took. Ow.
Makes sense.
Right.
Have a good night, and talk to the bartender, Shem. Is there anything I can maybe send him? Anything you offer? Like a
Oh. Well, I mean, we could wake him up with a hearty breakfast and, maybe get him a little something special to speed the recovery, if you like.
yeah, I wouldn't mind that if that's something I could
Sure.
do. I could cover the cost of that for him. He did take a brunt of the work today.
Well, let's call it 5 gold, and we'll prepare him something extra special.
It's yours.
All right.
Okay,
So-
yeah, so Mordred is probably either
Down.
fast asleep or just, yeah,
All right. And
day and night.
everyone else can do the same if they wish. No, who was it? Only Mordred and Oliver who took damage there? No, Emily too.
Emily got shot. Yep.
Okay.
I got no damage. Haha.
Haha.
The power of
Being a little bitch.
yeah, the power of not being
Shooting
a more
through a
on
window.
fire.
The power of effectively using cover.
Yeah.
All right. So, should we just go to the next day then?
We shall.
All right.
Just to confirm, it is for healing. It is 1 point per hit dice.
Yeah, 1 hit point per level you have.
Okay.
Emily wants to go talk to that person before she goes to bed, but I can poke you about that after session so we don't waste session time.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to do, like since you're gonna spend like some days probably in the Vale recovering, anything you want to do that you think of later, just send it to me on Discord.
Okay.
Oh, how many downtime days do we have? Like a week?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair enough time to definitely recover fully.
Okay. Handful of days or like a week? Are
Let's
we
say
using weeks or 10 days?
weeks or 10 days. I don't know how to answer that.
Well, like in the standard, like I know for like a dungeon or the 5th edition, in the Forgotten Realms, like a week is referred to as a 10-day because their weeks are 10 days.
It
Okay.
depends on the setting, but I'm
Yeah,
assuming
exactly.
a week.
That's
How many days in a week in this setting?
Yeah.
7. We'll say it's the same as ours.
7-day week. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
all right, so y'all rest. Anyone who's injured regains 1 health, and but if it takes a few days, then you could all be up to full easily.
All right. So how many days pass until something happens?
Well, something could happen right away. It depends on if you are all looking for it or not.
Yes.
But,
Here's the question: What was the extra special something that the innkeeper prepared?
Yeah, so the next morning you would have been greeted with like a 4-course breakfast and
Power.
and a special drink from the house that would have healed you more rapidly.
Hmm.
And you would
Just like
regain
a
your
herbal brew.
well, it's definitely magical,
Hmm.
and you would regain your health at triple the rate and be back on your feet in no time.
Okay. Would it have just been on the house? It was like your friend.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, your friend down there paid for this yesterday.
Well, I will remember to thank him for it. Ugh. Okay. Wonderful.
All right. So at any point, there will probably be listings for jobs that you can go on from the Thistle down. Otherwise, you can go looking for things specifically. And some things could advance the story, and others might just be a pure side quest for profit, which is fine too, but it'll just be for profit, and you won't necessarily advance towards like a new level, things like that.
Okay. Totally okay with that.
Is the thing about levels, and are we going with like we doing XP or are we doing
We're doing milestone.
milestone? Is it cool?
Yes. Okay. So are we currently in just doing sort of downtime and like waiting for a new contract, or is this
So if you want a new contract, it's up to you.
Mhm.
You can go ask around or go to the Thistledown where there will be postings, and yeah, that's it. So far, at this point, things aren't really going to happen on their own.
Gotta go looking for opportunities.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we're just a bunch of nobodies still.
Yeah. We're just probably going to be
Emily's still injured today, so she's probably going to take the day off.
Same with Mordred. So triple healing. So healing 3 instead of 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not resting today. I have shit to do.
Mordred is
Well,
going to.
if you take a full day, day and night, you recover double.
So double, triple.
Yeah, double, triple.
Oh my god!
So is it sextuple?
It's sextuple. Yeah, it's
yeah. He's probably gonna very much wake up, eat the super legit breakfast, and then probably, I don't know, do a little bit of exercise and then spend the rest of the day recovering. So that's going to be day 2, I guess.
I'd probably end up just going to Elliot and seeing if he can, like, if I know that I'm not in the next few days, I'll probably just go to Elliot, see if we can get a head start on learning how to make my own stuff.
okay. So you can go and see Elliot, and how about roll me a d20, just a straight up d20, plus your intelligence.
My int is 16. So +3. Oop, no, didn't want to do that. Oof.
Yeah, so you're not grasping the concept too well yet, but you've made a bit of progress. Maybe with a few more sessions, you could figure out how to do it on your own. But it's a start.
Gotta start somewhere, and then I can get nice bullets.
Yeah, he also excitedly tells you about a few of the bullets he's been working on.
Ooh. He's made some progress then.
But yeah. Well, right now I've been working on mostly an entangling shot.
An entangling? How would that work?
Well, you see, I've mixed this black powder in an alchemically treated resin, and it's strong enough to survive the shot. So if you load it into your gun, then you might be able to, I mean, it'll burst out, and if you really hit them, then they'll be entangled by it. But it might not hit quite as hard.
Well, I'd say in this case, utility trumps power.
So what do you say? You want to try some out?
If you're looking for a test dummy, then sure.
So he gives you 2 of the cartridges just to test out if you want to try them. But after that, no more freebies. You'll have to buy them yourself.
Cool. Keep a note of it, because otherwise I'll probably forget. So they increase misfire by 2.
That's because all the spaghetti you're putting in it, obviously.
Yeah. If you put like silly string into your gun, it's gonna increase the misfire, you know?
Also, normally not fireable by a revolver, but he's adapted it to work.
There you go.
Oh. So it's good to see that your research is going well.
Yes.
Anything new come up in recently?
Oh, new. Well, I have a few other things I've been thinking of, but maybe some sort of ricochet shot. But I don't know. It's hard. The bullets deform too much on impact, but I think I'm making progress.
Need any help getting materials, or you've got all your sources done?
For now, yeah. Well, there could be some things, but I'll let you know.
Sure. I'll be around to Thistle down for a while. So just send a message to the innkeeper, and I'll be sure to head over your way.
All right. Always a pleasure.
Great seeing you, Elias.
Huh.
I just head back to Thistledown.
All right.
Emily will spend the day talking with Kribis. She's also gonna go out and, I guess, buy and scribe some scrolls, though I don't actually remember the giant list of, like, fucking wizard spells, so I'll have to look at that after session. But
Right.
the main thing she's gonna be doing is she's gonna be looking to invest her money in a business.
Wow.
Is there any sort of real
Investing?
estate for sale? Like a warehouse or something cheap?
It's free real estate.
Warehouse cheap.
Hey man,
So-
like a warehouse can be like a pretty cheap if it's just walls.
I guess
Oh,
that's
you
true.
I'm
You
looking
seen
to
the
make
housing
some
market?
passive income.
Yeah.
If you would like to, so basically, like I said, the Vale is kind of like a pocket of established community within this massive undercity. And it essentially just grows outwards because people just claim these abandoned buildings and fix them up.
So nobody like actually owns the sort of ruined buildings. It's just, hey, this is mine because I rebuilt it.
Yeah, Pretty much, but also the further from the core of the Vale you go, the shiftier things get, because there are dangers in the Undercity, and certainly some things lurking that people know about, but try not to discuss too much.
And, well, I do happen to know of a building that is relatively accessible, and it was recently cleared out of out of the shifty thugs inside. Might not be
You
able to
do?
turn that into a successful business.
We just kind of repurposed the warehouse we just cleared.
Why not? Hire some
Because
guards.
it's like
No one else is
I'm
climbing
pretty
it.
sure it's hours away from like the city center.
It's quite a ways into the
I
Undercity.
feel like
I wouldn't say hours,
maybe just grabbing like something that's at the edge that has is
Yeah, I'm just looking for something I can invest money in and get like a gold a day out of to like help pay for all of the scrolls I'm going to be using.
Just work
Is
a
there
job, God.
Okay,
Be a
well
blue-collar
I'm not
worker.
gonna have. I am working a job. Damn it!
just be a rich
Be a
person
blue-
and make all of your money from investments.
I'm trying. Damn it!
Yeah, the final goal.
Is there
An
anything of that
investment broker.
nature that is ability to invest in?
Well, you could always take over that warehouse you guys cleared. It's not impossible, but it is a little shifty in terms of area. You'd have to convince your clientele that the trip is worth it.
Is there any a business? Are there any abandoned lots in a less shifty area?
Well, as soon as you're out of the center, it's all pretty shifty, but there's certainly things that are closer. Yeah.
All right, and how much money would it cost to take one of those buildings, turn it into a profitable business, and hire some employees?
That I would have to look into out of game.
Like, I know there's a downtime system in Pathfinder, but I don't know if you're using that, because there's a different one in 3rd Ed.
Yeah, I'll look into that, but
That's what Emily's doing today.
all right. So remind me when we're not playing, and I'll tell you how much that is.
I'm sorry if I'm poking you at about a bunch of stuff out of game.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
No problem. It's perfect. Okay. So what else is going on here?
So currently we're on day 2.
Yeah.
So yesterday was we just gotten back. It seems like Rakat was going to get bullets and stuff. Emily's looking for investments. Mordred is currently getting bed rest, and Oliver is.
Who knows what Oliver's doing?
It's very true. He disappears.
Gone. I knew magic all along, motherfuckers.
Nah, he's just in the corner furiously masturbating.
No, he's just.
Sorry, it's no, not November. Excuse me.
It's not November there.
It's very accusatory. Oliver would wake up next morning, grab a coffee if he can, and he's a little bit more rest, so probably a couple days to get back to full.
All right.
But if we're talking about like the whole week, that gold we got was pretty substantial, but I think he wants to look for work.
Work. All right. And what kind of work would he be looking for? Like, is he?
A few things. He has a bit of a crafting skill in oh shit.
Well,
Not yet. Soon he will.
I've
Never
never
mind.
skill. Woo.
Crafting.
He's interested in he doesn't have anything yet, but like maybe he's seen it now that he's in the city again. Kind of wants to when not doing contracts, find if he can be employed.
Okay, when not doing contracts, yeah.
Oh, hey, Oliver,
if
are
you
you
can-
looking for a trade? I currently practice a trade, and I'd be happy to teach you.
He's looking for something specific. He's looking to get into smithing armor if possible.
Well, howdy do. Who do you think here is an actual trained smith?
Is it
wasn't-
really you?
I wasn't bluffing when I said I was a smith.
Wait,
Actually, did take it.
so brain exploding.
Where do you think I
So-
got all these augmentations from?
Like,
Oh, I
so
forgot
you
about your
think about it too hard. Yeah, she's
Gotta
got a
get it
robot
there.
arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit more than the arm at this point, but yeah.
that's what we can see. I mean, if you're wearing like the classic like wizard long, probably the only thing we can see is like your neck and your hand.
Yeah, there's a very good reason she's wearing a
Yeah,
roving wizard's
it's
head.
like
I thought that was just armor.
it's just a singular hand and a head and everything.
Oh god, no, this is aluminum right here. If this got hit really hard, it would probably knock my heart out, to be honest. This couldn't protect me even if I wanted it to.
So you're just like full Edward Elric. You got a robot arm, robot leg.
Not quite. It's called, I do have flesh still. It's not complete. But,
Guys, you're going Iron Hands
a
level
woman
stuff.
doesn't normally like sharing her body with a man the day they met.
Why not?
Take my hand. I'm not. What? No, I mean take my hand. It fell off, and I need somebody to pick it up for me.
Funny enough, that's one of the spells I wanted to go and buy.
Oh my god!
It lets you
What,
launch
you're
your
just gonna-
finger at people.
It's the. Oh no! What? I know what you're talking about.
Bloodwind or whatever it's called.
Is it Bloodwind?
It lets you like launch your fist at people.
If you have natural attacks, you can do them at a distance, I think.
Yes.
Phantom pain.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just imagining like Japanese cartoons with like the mechs that fire their fists as rockets.
That is exactly what this spell looks like.
Well, from
Hmm.
Gundam.
Yeah, like from Gun, or it's not really Gundam. It's like a Power Rangers thing.
Voltron?
Yeah, like a Voltron kind of thing.
I was picturing like a Metal Gear Solid.
Mhm.
Suffice it to say, if any of you have any sort of knowledge of robotics or cybernetics, I would appreciate that. But sadly, that doesn't seem to be all that common in this sort of world.
Hmm.
All I got
Yeah.
is alchemy, boy.
Well, there might be potential help.
less robotics and cybernetics than it is like just warforged parts.
Indeed,
Yeah.
I have a warforged who's studying under me.
Oh. My brain's
So-
going in all kinds of weird ways.
You
Bear in
say
mind.
this like this is somehow weird in this world.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying in this world?
Are robots not common?
I think even in this world is not uncommon in this world with planes existing.
Well,
Um,
actually,
What are you talking about? I am
planes are
definitely
pretty hard
from
to
this
get
Earth.
to.
I am
None
normal
of you-
human character.
none of you
My
would
name is
actually
Romo.
know about planes existing.
None of us.
None
I
of you.
knowledge in planes.
In.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a normal human character with nothing weird about me.
I am a normal human.
Yeah, so here in Pharos, interplanar travel always fails, as does teleportation off of the continent, and it always has,
Oh
You
shit!
see my problem.
Even pre-quiet?
even pre-quiet.
So the skill knowledge planes is absolutely worthless.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it could be
Oof.
used for like getting knowledge about like
Airplanes.
Elementals and stuff.
yeah. Right?
Yeah, what elementals?
There are elementals.
Oh, elementals do exist?
Yes, and they are from the planes. That's some
Huh,
insider
that-
info, though.
That gives me an idea then. That might be my ticket out of here.
First time I seen the knowledge plane skill, I had a brain fart and thought it was actually about airplanes.
That probably
One
would
of these is not like the others.
Yeah, my first thought didn't jump to like magical planes, like the infernal plane or whatever.
I
the Fey
mean,
realm.
that is fair enough. At the same time, there is it? It's not knowledge. God.
Anyway,
forget
Oliver,
this.
would you like to learn how to become a blacksmith? I think is
Yes.
where we were. Wonderful.
Yes,
'cause I'd be more
I'm
than
sort of
happy to
looking
take you on.
for someone who maybe has an established forge that I can maybe learn, practice on.
Oh, you don't need an established forge, really. All you really need is a heat source. We've got plenty of stuff like that back at the academy.
Fantastic. Would you be willing to sort of take me on? Perhaps I could start out making nails.
My good sir, I have been teaching there for over 3 months. I'd be more than happy to take you on.
Terrific. When can I start?
I do a bit of a flourish and create like a illusionary line leading to the academy. It's like a giant yellow arrow.
It's like a quest marker kind
Yeah,
of.
it's a quest marker above the academy.
Is this is this like an established place already, or is this the thing you were making out of the abandoned place?
I have been studying at a academy. I haven't actually detailed it with the DM quite yet because haven't had a second to. But this
Yeah.
is separate from the business I want to run.
Yeah, it's a pre-existing academy, but
I
Emily.
figured you wouldn't let me start the game having an academy with like
No,
hundreds of students.
She works there, but she doesn't own it.
Hmm.
She's maybe like a
Speaking-
professor or something.
I wouldn't say I'm a professor quite yet, but work's work.
Teacher. TA.
I wanted to take the instructor archetype, but we had too many people at the time, so this is the
Yeah.
compromise.
This kind of brings up a question for Oliver, which is, does he have a house?
He does have a house, yeah, on the top side.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
All right, I won't abuse that because it seems like I won't like sell it for free gold.
I mean,
Well,
Having a
How
roof
much-
over your head is a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a thing most people have.
Hmm.
I mean, how much does a regular like house cost anyway?
It's like
What,
1,000 gold or something.
No, it's can't be that much.
No, it's not that much.
Yeah, how would your regular peasant get a house then? Like,
They
It's
don't.
probably-
Most
it's probably
regular peasants
closer-
don't.
It's probably closer to some like 600 gold for like a reasonable
Yeah,
house.
sounds about right.
my house. I made it out of mud.
It's
Yeah, if you want like a Minecraft dirt shack, and call that a house.
yeah.
It's-
wattle and daub is quite an innovation, you know?
I used a quarter of a wooden shovel to build this.
1/4 of a wooden shovel.
Out of mud.
out of dirt, and I haven't figured out how to get the grass to grow on top yet.
Obviously, you punch the trees, and that gets you enough wood to do it.
Yeah. So I don't know how this would work mechanically, but
Mechanically
I was-
is you study under Emily, and next time you level up, you put a skill point in craft.
And if I'm real generous, I'll give you an extra one.
There you go.
It's magic, you know.
what does the academy charge?
You don't need to worry about that. I know people. As long as you're
Yeah,
a nice
sure.
person, that's what matters. The more wizards we get nowadays, the better.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a wizard.
Spellcasters, you know what I mean.
That's something else I'm kind of working on.
You're a mage.
Not quite sure yet.
I saw you casting healing spells. I believe you're a priest. I'm not entirely sure on you, to be quite honest.
I've been a semi-devout follower for some time,
And the gods
But,
reward you with powers.
I suppose. I kind of came here to find answers for that myself.
Oh, you're not sure where your power comes from?
I know who I worship, and I know that I get something out of it. And
Is this a pact? Are you a warlock making pacts with eldritch entities?
I don't know.
Well, that
Yeah,
seems like
I'll-
something notable you'd want to find out, wouldn't you think?
That's exactly why I started talking to people about magic.
This would all be so far over Oliver's head.
I cast detect magic on Oliver. Does he like detect his eldritch abomination?
No.
Oh, alright.
He
There's a
detected
twist for
Oliver.
you. Oh, well, have you tried to commune with your deity?
I've said a few words here and there, but I'm not really sure what. I've heard they've been quiet for some time.
That may be so, but there are still spells that assuming assuming these are divine spells and they work the same way that I'm used to them working, there are spells that can allow you to contact your deities, such as an augury, and ask them questions. Alternatively, perhaps speaking to another priest or another member of your faith might give you some answers. You could be an oracle, perhaps.
This is all very intriguing to me. Perhaps we should talk more over coffee sometime.
By all means. And I summon some coffee as we make our way to the academy.
Just summon coffee? What is this, a third level spell?
I prestidigitate myself some fucking coffee.
But like, does it not disappear from your stomach after an hour?
Is it painful?
Probably not.
Does it taste super artificial?
Yeah, it tastes like McDonald's coffee, unfortunately.
Oh, so
How
it just
hot
tastes
is
like
it?
heat.
Man, I
Tastes
fucking
like
love
heat.
McDonald's coffee.
There you go,
don't-
perfect. I knew
don't
this
understand how you can stomach
prestidigitation
that stuff.
recipe would come up.
I know
Cool.
that McDonald's is different in the States than it is in
Hey
Canada.
man,
It's
I
like,
drink McDonald's coffee. It's fine.
it's like their McDonald's is our Burger King,
There you go.
and their
Yeah,
Burger
just
King
go-
is our McDonald's.
Okay, so just slightly better.
Just
Yeah,
go to an actual coffee shop.
It's decent.
I do actually have coffee and stuff to make it on me.
Perfect. All right, so I use Mage Hand and make a floating cup of coffee in front of him.
This was unnecessary. Sure, and I guess
Completely
you can
necessary.
walk and talk on the way to the academy. I guess.
Sure.
Isn't coffee like an actual thing that gives you like stat buffs or something?
It is.
It gives
why-
it's like an incredibly. It's like I think it lowers the penalty of fatigue by 1 or something incredible.
Yeah, it's something like that. I just love the fact that Pathfinder literally has drinking.
Yeah,
Like,
Pathfinder is everything. That's why I love this
I-
system.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I have 3 different varieties of coffee on me right now, for that exact reason.
Wonderful.
We actually talked about this on Discord.
I love it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's a bit of an addict.
Anywho, I'll stop hogging the mic.
Yeah.
I mean, Mordred's currently
left.
napping, so he's doing nothing for today.
Oh shit! All right. Well, if you guys want to just listen to Emily and Oliver all day, that's cool too.
I mean, if you're doing something, Mordred is literally napping like after a gigantic meal.
And all I'm doing is like learning how to craft shit. So
Wonderful.
You use
Welcome to
the
your
hammer
first
on
method.
the hot metal.
Indeed.
no, that's not how you make bullets.
I picture like it was like the glowing goggles and everything.
I'm pretty sure bullets you got to be a bit more careful about the whole heat thing, considering there's like gunpowder in it.
Isn't it you just create a casing, you put the gunpowder in, and then you shove a chunk of metal at the front?
Yeah, but then you have to like seal the shell.
Uh,
I think it's just like tension.
yeah, I think it's just tension. You don't actually have to seal the thing. You're certainly not keeping like a hot casing or
See,
a hot bullet.
this is why I am learning.
Yes, exactly. You don't try and put the gunpowder in the metal before it's cooled.
All right, my good sir. Today we're going to make a hide helmet. Have you ever done that before?
Oh my god!
Two leather strip.
Stop trying to make me nostalgic for games I haven't played in 5 years. First
You
Minecraft,
mean
now
you haven't
Skyrim.
played Skyrim Very Special Edition?
Why don't you take that helmet of yours and take it to the tempering bench or shit?
Yeah, why don't you temper this helmet for me?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Here's everything you'll need.
There
That's
you
a fine
go.
blade. I might make a blacksmith out of you yet.
This is what is happening between Emily and Oliver.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, probably gonna have to call it for today. But if you want, you could go and see what kind of contracts are currently available, and that way, maybe figure out which one of them you want to do for
Okay.
next week.
Sure. All
If
right.
you want to do.
What sort of contracts are available?
But currently, there is a unspecified posting by the Vale Street Thieves Guild.
Okay.
There's a thieves guild.
There is a Thieves Guild.
There's always a Thieves Guild.
There has to be. There's also another posting that is actually not a part of the Veil technically. It's a posting from the overworld, but put down here for convenience. There will be a much reduced fee collected out of the winnings, but it's to hunt down a monster that has been terrorizing wagons and shipments along the southern road. More details to come. And then a third one, where someone who is a denizen of the Vale Street kind of got caught up somewhere nearby and is in need of some freeing from mage hunters.
All right, so say that again. Sorry.
So we had one from the Thieves Guild that was unspecified.
Yeah.
We had one from above that was talking about some kind of creature that's been harassing travelers in wagons.
Yeah.
And there is one from a denizen of the Vale who needs some help escaping from mage hunters.
Mage hunters. Alrighty.
Or
Uh,
that's what I wrote down, by the way. I don't know if that's exactly.
That's the
I hope
gist
I
of
got
what
the
I
gist.
got.
That works.
Okay.
I'm very much intrigued by the monster, but I think Oliver would mostly like the mage hunter freeing.
Oh well, we can talk about it in the Discord.
Yeah.
In character.
I mean, if we want to do like a downtime channel or whatever.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a
that's-
good idea.
That's what I wanted to tell you guys before we quit, so you can
Okay.
discuss that. And,
Okay.
Like you
Yeah, that
just put like
was-
each of the quests, and we just put like a vote in it for the.
We could.
We can talk about it if you want to.
Yeah, we can talk about it. It's fine.
All right.
you could always do them all.
Also true. But I would like
Just
to
video
go and
game
make
style,
myself-
just grab all of the paper from the board.
Just grab all the quests, do them all before coming back.
Yeah.
I do want to go and get myself some lunch though before we discuss
Yeah.
that though. So unless there's
Oh,
anything else, I'm going to be headed off.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good. So
I'm good.
close the roll 20.
T2YL.
Okay.